Today we are making
Bagnet Vert.
He always comes up with these strange names. What is it in English?
Bagnet Vert.
Oh, mamma mia.
Salsa Verde.
The Italian version, because there is a Mexican and an Italian version. So this is Pasha's cooking. This is Chef
Dario
Tomaselli. And I'm rich life strategist Anita. And today we're going to be making Salsa Verde. Our theme is cook together to stay together. We really believe that when you cook, you eat, you travel together, you stay together. It's all about connection and having fun cooking in the kitchen and being together. So come on over and subscribe. We always have featured videos every week of something different. Tips on travel. Our International Dinner Club is all over in our subscription, which is over on our website with our What's Stirring newsletter. And come on over and join us and subscribe, and we'd love to see you over there. So what are we doing, Chef? What are we making?
Bagnet Vert.
What are we doing first? What am I supposed to do?
So, so let's start. Are we going to talk about this dish?
I think we should.
The origination?
Well, that's a great thing about you. You always give extra tips and advice that nobody else would get elsewhere.
Well, a lot of people think they can probably get it somewhere, but I don't know. So Bagnet Vert is a traditional condiment or sauce from the northern part of Italy called Piemonte. Bagnet means bath, vert, of course, is green. This is one of the sauce that is really, obviously it's a cold sauce, it's not a hot sauce. It's something that is used especially around Christmas time in Italy. When you do bollito misto, which is different type of steam meat than you can do. So basically they are boiled, all this type of meat, and then with the broth of the meat they make tortellini in brodo, and with the meat they serve it with this phenomenal sauce.
I have not had this before, so I'm really looking forward to it. And the thing I think is phenomenal is right now where we live, the parsley is not doing that well. So we were able to cut the crop, and we have all this extra parsley. So we're going to be doing this, and we're also going to be doing some of the.
We're going to make a bunch of stuff.
Pesto. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, we're going to make a parsley pesto, and this is the good thing. That people think that pesto is just with basil. Well, not really. Basil, you can make it with spinach. Basil, you can make it with coriander. Basil, you can make it with parsley. You can make it with anything you want, really. But Bagnet Vert is very simple ingredients. It's all done in, you can actually do it in a mortar and pestle if you want it. Mm-hmm. Or you can do it by hand, and you like to eat it.
Oh, I go in the garden and I'm just picking like a little rabbit. The greens that we have. And parsley, I love it.
Yeah, it's really good. And it's very healthy for you.
I do it for juicing all the time.
Exactly. It's a great cleanser. It's good for juicing. It's good for anything. And the best thing about parsley is to actually try to keep it as fresh as possible. Mm-hmm. Okay? All right. So, the ingredients for the Bagnet Vert. So, parsley here.
And the recipe will be over on our website, and the link will be down below.
So, we got some parsley here. Then it's been washed. It's from our garden. Like I said, we had to take it out last week because we had a bit of a cold weather. So, it will start fading. So, we had to cut it, washed it, kept it on the side. And I actually kept the stem because to me, the nutrients of the parsley are actually here.
And they have more flavor in the actual stem too.
They do. They really do have a lot.
I'm going to have to try it then.
You got to try it. So we're going to have parsley. We're going to have some anchovies, okay? Salt pack anchovies. They can be your regular anchovies, okay? We're going to have some capers.
But they're in oil, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So not salt packed, they're oil packed.
They can be salt packed, or they can be oil packed. If you have salt packed, what you want to do, you're going to rinse them under. Okay. Like if you go to Italy, for example, especially in a part of Sicily, most of the anchovies are salt packed. Okay, so there is the real crust of salt on it. So you got to wash them under the salt, and then use them for whatever you know. Same thing with capers. In Italy, in Sicily, there is Capperi della Pantelleria. Pantelleria is an area in Sicily where capers are actually the prime, and they're all salt packed. So what you have to do, you have to rinse them because it's quite salty, rinse them underwater, and then use them.
So I see some of them, they have the stem part still. Do you need to remove that, or does it
Yeah,
matter? Because you're going to blend it up anyway,
you're gonna
right?
blend everything out. Yeah, doesn't really matter. The next thing I have, some stale bread, okay, which you are going to actually soak with
vinegar.
some white vinegar. This one is, if you remember,
Woo.
yeah. So we're gonna put it right on it. Exactly. So this one is basically what it is almost a technique that we used in the past to make gazpacho. Okay, it is a bit of a binder. It's a binder. It's a thickening agent. Okay, and it also so it helps the bread absorbing all that vinegar. Okay, and it's gonna be the condiment and the kind of the seasoning, the pickling of this.
And it's because it's stale bread, it's absorbing it really quickly too,
Exactly.
right? So you want to soften it up a little
Exactly.
bit.
Yeah. So we're gonna have that. Anchovies, of course, you know, one of the parts of the Bagnet Vert that is important is the garlic, okay, which we have over here. And what Anita's got here, we got some hard-boiled eggs and perfectly cooked. You want to show them the perfectly cooked?
That's how they need to be cooked.
Perfect, yeah.
So this would be called hard-boiled.
Hard-boiled, correct, yeah. So, and hard-boil them for 9 minutes, okay? So what Anita's going to do is she's just going to cut them in half, and we are going to only use the yolk, so the yellow part of the egg. The reason is because it's going to be the emulsifier, and also it's going to give a little bit more of a flavor and more of nuttiness and fatness. Now with the white, we're not going to get rid of it. The white, we can use it for something else. You can
I'm thinking all the deviled eggs and things like that you can do.
You can make deviled eggs. You can make.
Can you entertain them for a second? I'll be back in 1 minute.
She's leaving me. So you can make any real thing that you want. You can make salad, egg salad, absolutely everything you want. So Anita's left me. She left the building. I don't know why. So. Okay.
I wanted to get.
So the most important thing is to really make sure.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. So you're gonna put.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Well, I
Thank
think
you.
we need to jump
Yeah.
a little bit.
So regarding of the garlic, I want to make sure then we remove, of course, the center. More so now than ever. Okay. Because if we don't remove the garlic here, it is going to be super bitter, and as it's going to stand, it's going to give you a lot of acidity in your stomach, okay?
Do you know it's going to be egg day soon?
It's going to be egg day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there we go.
I'm just thinking about this and making deviled eggs and that's another thing.
That would be a good idea to make some deviled eggs. So you see, this one we keep them, and what you can do, and again, you can be really versatile with that. And the egg whites are phenomenal to make some egg white salad with a little bit of tuna, some anchovies.
Egg white is so great. It doesn't have as much cholesterol, right?
Correct.
So a lot of people love egg whites.
So there we go. So we have all the nutrients, and that's pretty much it. I mean, you really don't need anything else. And of course, we're gonna have the olive oil, which is very important as an emulsifier. So what I have here.
And the reason we make it is because it's a phenomenal side to anything. It adds flavor. It can be made as a sauce, right?
Yeah.
Any of those things are about.
And you know, we say for the bollito misto, but it's not necessarily just for the bollito misto. This one can be used for steamed salmon, for a salmon dish, barbecue, just a little bit of sauce for some vegetable. If you do some grilled vegetable, that'd be excellent with that. So very, very simple. So here we go. So we got the eggs done. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put the parsley into this Vitamix.
You're using my Vitamixer for my juicing.
Yes, we are. We are going to use Anita Vitamix for our juicing. So here we go. So look at that. So we're going to actually put a little bit more.
So if somebody does not have a Vitamixer, you can do
on a Cuisinart if you want, or something.
You can also do it by hand, you were saying too. Would that not be difficult with the parsley?
No, you're gonna. Well, obviously, yes, you're gonna have to chop it by hand. Which,
okay.
To be honest with you, my grandmother didn't even know how to use anything else but her hand. She used to have this knife called mezzaluna, which was the shape of half a moon. And she chopped it. I think with that knife, she used it for absolutely everything.
I've seen those around still, though.
She
I guess you get the muscles going as opposed to just doing one. You get both sides going. It's like a dance.
Yeah, it is exactly it.
We've done a dance in the kitchen.
Dancing in the kitchen. Or you fall asleep. Or you can put everybody to sleep.
Am I putting you to sleep?
I'm putting them to sleep.
Okay.
Garlic. Okay? Simple. Like at this point in time, it's everything. So Anita, what she's gonna do, she's gonna squeeze with her hand the bread there because we want to make sure we don't take too much of the vinegar in it. The eggs, then she just separate.
So I just put this in too?
Thank you. Yes. Phenomenal. Perfecto. Look at that.
You know I don't always like getting my hands dirty. What do I do for you? I don't know.
I know. I must. Ah, perfect. Look at that.
So we're left with a little bit of the vinegar at the bottom.
Exactly. So you see some of the vinegar. We don't want it too hot at all. So now we're gonna have the anchovies. Okay. So obviously, remember, if there is salt pack anchovies, we cannot have them on it. So we're gonna wash them first, and then anchovies. I love them. So for me, I would have a lot of them, but I have to always remember that there are people around.
I always find they can be a little bit too salty. That's why when you say salt, I can't believe they put salt on top of it.
And the thing, one of the things you have to make sure that you really wash them, or rinse them, and dry them. You have to make sure of them. Okay. So now this is one part. The next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna add the olive oil, and really, I'm having fun here.
We go through so much olive oil. We love it.
But this is just.
Okay, Dario.
No, it's gonna emulsify. It's not gonna emulsify otherwise.
Holy.
Enjoy. Don't you guys like that? I love it. Here we go. So.
I thought we were using our special olive oil.
We're gonna use that too. Okay, so we're gonna turn that on.
Where did this come from? India?
This one was given by a student from India.
Yeah, I thought so. It's kind of nice.
So here we go. Oh, look at this sound. Kill the sound. So we have to make sure.
I'm going to hold it in case it explodes.
This is the good thing about Vitamix. You plunge it.
I think you've done this a few times, Dario.
Yeah, a couple of times. And you see, I don't want to put too much of the oil.
Can we move this over so they can see?
Is it better?
Ready.
Oh, look at that. So you see it's getting emulsified now. We're gonna add, obviously, some more oil, because the oil is the bigger part of this dish, so we have to make sure that it is there. Look at beautiful.
And when you have your extra virgin olive oil, it's good for you.
That's right.
It's a good fat.
It's a work of labor, right? It's a labor of love.
Not that you have to entertain while they're...
Look how nice and green, and we are dancing as we're cooking. That's why it's passion is cooking. Okay, so we check the consistency, and we have to be very patient with this one because we're gonna add some. That's definitely some more oil, but I want to look at the consistency.
We're gonna need more oil than that?
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that. Oh my mia.
Is it good?
Oh my mia. Tell me.
I get to try too. Lucky me. Oh my gosh, that's so much flavor.
It's incredible.
Holy.
Packed of flavor.
It's all over your tongue.
So we're gonna definitely need more oil, but because I just want to make sure that I put oil. Okay. And now it's gotta go. Yes, please, and thank you. There we go. We're in business now. See? A beautiful lady's hands always fix the problem.
I think it's time.
Perfecto. Thank you very much. Oh, this is good to eat.
There's extra on there. We don't want to get rid of that.
No, we don't want to get rid of that.
We need to save it all.
So look at this. The consistency is just... Oh,
But I can see this being added to so many other things.
oh my God. Yeah. Look at that. Look how beautiful it is.
The whole thing.
No, maybe not the whole thing.
It is so flavorful.
So as you've seen, we haven't put no salt.
It's more so than pesto, I find.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
more
yeah.
flavorful, yeah.
Is it good?
It's so good.
So we have had no salt or no pepper. Do you think we need some salt?
I personally don't think so.
Let me
but
just taste it.
I don't like a lot of salt.
No.
But this is the Italian version.
Oh.
We're going to be doing the Mexican version.
Wow.
Coming out soon as well.
Yes.
I know, but this is, and I would never even have known what this was before.
So here's the thing about this sub.
A whole new world.
Well,
Da-na-na-na.
so the good thing about this one right now, okay, so you can transfer to a little jar like that, okay, and I'll show you.
And how long does this stay good?
Well, that is a very good question. So the most important thing about the Bagnet Vert is to actually make sure that it's in a, number one, in a glass jar, refrigerate it.
Because
And
otherwise
cover-
it'll take up the plasticky kind of taste to it? Or?
Exactly, number
Okay.
one. And then it's got to be covered with foil.
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, it will oxidize. Remember, we are dealing.
Oh, it has to be covered with oil. So
Yeah.
you top it with a little bit more
You
olive oil.
gotta. It's the same way you would do, for example, a pesto. So, for example, if you don't cover it, it's gonna oxidize. All the chlorophyll of the greens, in this case, the spinach, will just disappear.
Now, can you preserve it like everything else and put it in water and seal it?
No, this one no.
No.
You don't. This one we don't want to
Okay.
do that. So this one, so you don't see what I'm doing, like that.
I wasn't sure if you could preserve it for longer.
No, unfortunately, this is the good.
What are we going to do the rest of the year?
We can freeze it.
Okay.
We could actually freeze it easily. We can put it in the Ziploc bags if you want it, if we have lots.
Because
And
I'm loving all the stashes and the
Yeah.
preserves that we
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
And
This one, if we would do double boil, for example, like we done the other preserve, it will turn brown and gray, and it will not be really pleasant to have. I want to just show you a jar complete and how we are going to finish it, so you understand what I'm talking about. And remember, one of the tricks that you have to understand is do not cover right to the rim. There is a little circle rim there, and that's as far as we go.
I'm going to ask a silly question.
Oh, there is no such a thing.
Okay, so to preserve it, we're going to put oil over the top,
Right.
and then we're going to put it into the fridge.
Mhm.
And that's going to be good for how long?
It can be for 2 months, maybe even
months.
3 months, but
So once you open it,
Yeah.
the oil is gone.
you gotta add it again.
You keep adding the oil.
keep
Okay, because that's what I'm thinking. Well, then
That's
it's
very
not going to
important. Yeah,
keep.
that's a really good question.
Okay,
yeah.
so you keep adding oil.
So now, let's watch this for a second. So you want to make sure that I'm tapping every single thing here, okay? And keep it perfectly covered. Little drizzle of oil, okay? Little jar, okay? Now, even better, we want to make sure that we grab a cloth, excuse me,
A cloth.
a paper towel. And look at this. So it's very important because as soon as the air comes in, if you don't clean the rim properly, the bacteria will go
Okay.
right in it.
Okay.
So it's extremely important that we just do that. Very
It's kind of plating with the jar.
cleaning with the jar. Okay, there we go. And then seal. press it down in the center.
So you want to get you won't get the boiled seal, but you'll get as close of a seal as you can, right?
Correct.
So.
And then, voila.
You know we're going to be opening that tonight, right?
Oh, we got some more there. So, simple recipe. Then you can do it at home. We love doing it. We love doing these things because it gives us an opportunity when we come home not to rush.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you another tip here. If you want to, we are getting close to Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. What do you do for Thanksgiving? My favorite thing. Not.
I love turkey.
Turkey.
He doesn't like turkey.
So you think about...
You like my turkey, though.
You are probably the only person who can make turkey for me. Because she actually... I found in turkey, even if it's too dry.
It can be overcooked.
So think about that. Condiments for a turkey. This is one of them.
Yeah.
You can put it, you can put your cranberry sauce if you want it, but a little bit of salsa verde on the side. The next day, all your leftover turkey, that is the best. Turkey sandwich.
Kind of spices up your life.
Exactly.
Spices up your life.
Spices up your life. Turkey sandwich. Some roasted tomato or oven-dried tomato.
Hungry.
Actually, we have some beautiful little packed tomato that we already have in the fridge. I'm going to show you actually a little secret here.
You got to know that our videos always go a little bit longer because there's so many extra chips.
Look at this. Beautiful packed plum tomato that we've done.
We got so many wonderful things.
Marinade with olive oil and little some turkey sandwich and salsa verde.
Oh, hungry. Sounds delicious.
There we go.
Well, thanks, Dario. I learned something new today.
No,
I love cooking with you. It's fun.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's fun. I'm always learning.
Yeah, well,
sometimes you're learning from me too.
I always learn from you. This is the funniest
It's
thing.
the odder things, like the slow cooker and all of those that.
Well, that was. I mean, if you guys ever had a chance to look that episode, that was quite interesting because.
Lasagna.
Anita asked me to do a lasagna in a slow cooker. Number one, I never used a slow cooker in my life. I didn't know how to do it, and I was very, very skeptical. Au contraire, I was very wrong because it was a phenomenal lasagna.
It's how I cooked for years and how I knew, but I had to balance things, and now I'm getting to understand what true cooking is, true flavors, and that explosion in your tongue I always talk about. Yeah. It's just to die for. So
a quick little tip here that I wanna say. Then you will see on the recipe. An optional here you can do here if you want is to add a little bit of chives also with the parsley, so give you a little bit more of an oniony flavor. It's not important, but if you have it and you like it, you can put it in. And exactly the same method, you put the chives and the parsley. And it can be done. It can be done with coriander too if you want it.
Oh, I love coriander. That's phenomenal. So all recipes are over at Passion's Cooking.
Yes.
We're going to be doing the Mexican Salsa Verde next week because I think this is such a versatile thing to add, and we're really looking at what we have in our garden and we're using up. So we've done eggplant,
pickles, cucumbers,
tomatoes. We did the papa pomodoro.
Yeah.
We've done so many different things from our recipes that we have from our garden. So stand by for more as we go through. I think we're going to be doing the squash. We're going to be doing parsnips, carrots. They're all going to be coming up. So come on over and subscribe to YouTube. All our other information, if you go to our website, go to our What's Stirring newsletter. All kinds of interesting things about their international dinner club that we have. It's once a month. That is such a fun thing.
Yeah.
It's getting friends together. And now, because of COVID, we're doing more Zoom.
Right.
With some people, or you can do it with those people that you're quarantined with.
Right.
And it's like traveling again. You do it at home. It's a different country every month. This month is Peru, and October is going to be, I can't remember, Mexico.
Salsa Verde.
Yeah. Well, Dario, he was executive chef at Malia Hotel, running all the hotels and the restaurants in Cancun, so your Mexican cuisine.
Well, I was taught by some really smart cooks there how to make the little, and in this year we adventure making growing tomatillo, which was definitely an adventure.
It was delicious.
Yes.
So anyway, we're going to be doing the Mexican Salsa Verde next week. So come on over, look at the recipe. Link is down below. come on over and subscribe. We'd love to see you, and come over to our newsletter where we're going to have all our details.
So what are we doing?
Come stir into our journey. Thanks for joining us today. Bye, everyone.